Now, everyone has a hero in his or her life, someone who's done astonishing things, like the first responders who lost their lives saving others during the attacks on 9/11. And with the 10th anniversary just a few days away, we found a special foundation called Hero Portraits that honors the fallen of 9/11 by depicting them in works of art and then presenting them to the families.
We are gathered today on this occasion to honor the 15 firefighters from this station who died on September 11, 2001. To commemorate that event, the artist Daryl Lynn has presented us with a group painting of the firefighters from Engine 54, Ladder 4, and Battalion 9. We thank him, friends of the family, local officials, the media, other supporters, and surviving firefighters from this station and Battalion 9 who are here today.
We were thrilled to have the families involved, the children involved. That was such a special part of the presentation. And so many of the families didn't know we had a portrait of their hero. And I think that was special. And we're hearing from so many of them as we do around the country when we ship these that they can see the soul of their hero in the eyes of the portrait. That's what we're trying to achieve in everyone.
It's beautiful. It's like he's here today. And it's so real to see his picture like that. It's been so hard, I'm sorry, but it's nice to be here and it's good to be with the other families because we all know we're going through the same thing.
Had a beautiful job today. It's hard. It doesn't get easier 9 years later, right?
I'm sure that whenever I look at those photographs, every time I come to work, it brings a strong reaction to me. It makes me remember those guys and what they did for me, what they did for the city of New York.
If we can give just a little bit of healing and a little bit of comfort where they can look at it every day and have a smile on their face, that's why we're doing it. There's no other reason.
And joining us now, the man himself who helped organize this foundation along with his wife, Daryl Lynn. Daryl, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Tell us, first of all, you're, about halfway there in terms of the number of portraits you're going to do?
We're approaching 250 of the 403 first responders.
Right. And explain how you and your wife came up with this idea.
We started the foundation 2.5 years ago to honor heroes in the armed forces, and then we expanded to fire and police. And we were here last September the 11th doing a project at Engine 54. And as we were driving home on the 12th, after presenting 12 portraits to family members that were there that day, we were so incredibly moved, having spent a month at Engine 54 working with them on that project at the fire and police in New York. And on the way home on that 15-hour drive back to Tennessee, I started getting in my mind, we need to do them all. We need to present this to every family. And that night we decided this is what our calling is to be able to give back to these families and use what we've done in our life to be able to give back. And so our total focus has shifted to hero portraits. And we donate portraits across the country. And this year is focused on 9/11. So in addition to the portraits, I kept envisioning a memorial of faces. Not photographs, but the portraits that we do, which are so three-dimensional and so powerful. So over the next 2 months, we designed the memorial on cardboard in our studio and took photographs and worked on it and had a rendering done and then started the process.
The families never forget because they wake up every day and they don't have their brothers, they don't have their husbands, they don't have their dads, they don't have, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Their moms that they lost. They still wake up every day and they still live with this trauma. So this is an incredible thing that you do, and I want to give you, really, it's very inspirational. Your brother was named James Lynch. Yes. Tell us about him. He was a Port Authority.
He was a Port Authority police officer for going on 23 years. He was, his post was the World Trade Center for about the last 8 years of his career. Prior to that, he was at other posts, and he received a Group Medal of Valor for his response to the first bombing at the World Trade Center. And after that, his post became the World Trade Center.
You have not seen the portrait of your brother yet?
No, I haven't.
And Daryl, you sent the picture to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, that's great.
Wow. That is, can I just get a close-up? This is amazing.
That's an incredible job. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We also are honored to have with us, we have Sherry and your son Michael is now, you're 17?
Yeah.
And Kyle, you're 12?
Kylie.
I'm sorry, Kylie, you're 12? Okay, and your husband's name was John Florio.
Right.
Tell us about your husband.
He was a firefighter for 12 years. He loved his job. He would never do anything else. He died doing what he loved to do.
You were, what, 7 years old?
Yeah, I was young.
That's a tough time for a young man to lose.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah. All right, are you ready, Daryl?
First of all, here's the picture back.
I never got to look at it.
Wow.
It's exact.
Let me see, put that in there. This is, they can pan in on that. That is amazing. I got to tell you, Daryl, this is fantastic work, and Godspeed and what you and your wife are doing in your foundation. It's an honor to meet you too, sir. Thank you for being with us. And guys, thank you, and I'm so sorry about your dad and your loss.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming. Very nice to meet you. Okay, thanks for coming. And that is all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us, and I hope you have a great weekend.